Hi, everybody. My name is Gina Mitchell, and I'm the founder and CEO of Feeling Fantastic After 40, midlife coaching for women. And I support women as they age to feel great about themselves. And the areas that I work on are relationships and health, career, emotions, and in particular, that crazy menopausal time and beyond. And I also work with other experts to ensure that women get the help that they need. And today, what I'm going to be doing is chatting with one of my JV partners, Felicity Neale, and she also works with women over 40. Now, Felicity's been in the fitness industry all of her life, and she's a veteran. She knows gyms absolutely back to front, and she's also a champion builder. So, Felicity, tell me a little bit about your journey into bodybuilding and what was it that inspired you to do it, especially since when you were doing it all those years ago, it wasn't really a thing for women, it was mainly for men in those days. So tell me a bit about that.
Initially, I was inspired by an incredible woman by the name of Joy Dobson. Never spoke to her, but I used to see her. She lived a few doors down from me in the Cross, and I would just stare at her and the woman was just extraordinary. She'd been in Miss World or something. This might have been maybe late 70s, early 80s. And I thought, that is what I want to be. I didn't really step into bodybuilding for about 10 years after that. I just gave up being a party girl, walked into a gym, and turned out I had a bit of an aptitude for lifting weights, but I didn't really know how to do it. So I was bumbling around twice a day, just lifting as heavy as I could, getting injured, having really no idea what was going on. And another fantastic woman just approached me. She just started working in the gym where I was working out of. And she said, "Oi, you, come here." And I was terrified of her because she was everything that I wanted to be. She was tall, she was muscular, she was blonde. And she said, "You know you're overtraining, don't you?" I had no idea. I said, "Come on, I'm going to show you some stuff." She mentored me, took me under her wing for about 6 years. I started paying her to be my personal trainer, and I learned so much from her. I wanted to be big. I was just obsessed by it. Loved the whole idea of it. This was maybe late 80s, going into the 90s. So yeah,
Wow.
definitely something women didn't do.
So it was women that actually inspired you to do it. It wasn't like the men that were in the gym, it was other women. Yeah, okay.
All the way along.
Oh, fantastic. So tell me a little bit about the bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah, I did the naturals with a bit of unmitigated arrogance, really. The manager of the gym where I was working at the time came up to me and he just said, you ought to compete. Look, here's the woman that won the naturals over the weekend. And I looked at it and just went, yeah, I can beat that. I had no idea how to compete. I had no idea about anything. Didn't even know where to get a posing costume from. So I started out 14 weeks prior to the competition, gave myself plenty of lead up time and went bang, straight down 1,200 calories. It was an idiotic thing to do. I was also doing an hour's worth of cardio. So I left myself absolutely nowhere to go. Leading up to the comp, of course, I plateaued about 5 weeks out. So then, let me think, I ended up just having to take the calories down, increasing the cardio. I think probably that last month leading up to the competition, I was on about 600 calories and doing 3 hours of cardio a day. I was a wreck. I did, however, win the title. That was a fluke. And I was a mess afterwards. And that's what really set me to find out there's got to be a better way of doing this. You know, you can't just starve yourself and then prance up on stage in a string bikini and hope for the best, which was pretty much what I did. I would love to say there's careful planning and knowledge that got me that title. It wasn't. It was purely it was a fluke, absolutely. And you know, nobody better than me turned up on the day, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's amazing. So with your journey and the trials and tribulations, etc., what have you learned so that you can actually help clients that you have now fast track their success?
The big thing is nutrition. Nutrition. You do not need to go into caloric deficit to lose weight. Maybe in that last little bit, if you're competing, but to maintain a normal, healthy weight. And I'm talking about a lean weight. You know, I'm not talking even about being slightly overweight, to maintain normal healthy weight, you need to actually eat more calories than you need. But they've got to be quality calories, and they've got to be the right sort of calories for your body type. That is essential.
Right. Okay. Yes. So you've got to have a nutritionist on board as well. So how do you actually help women now?
Nowadays, it's about mindset. It's about the exercise, of course. The whole thing, it's a total package, really. It all goes hand in hand. Women come to me and they're feeling down about themselves. It's, that period in your life when your body's changed, your career is changing, or you've been a mum, your kids have left home, but your life is in change. You're not feeling the way that you felt. And it's just been fantastic. First, I get them to eat right. I get them to exercise. Exercise will stimulate your endorphins, which is just a wonderful thing. Just get your happy hormones kicking in. And giving them a passion for training. Training is a wonderful thing. Weight training is incredible. It's important for bone density, just to lift heavy weights. But also just what I find is women don't like going into gyms because they don't know what to do. I find when a woman actually knows what she's doing in a gym, she owns it. But women need to feel comfortable about what's going to happen there before they'll actually do it. Guys, they just walk into a gym, they think they're sort of, they think it's in their genetic blueprint to lift weights. It's not, there's some pretty horrible things I see in gyms. But women, it's just ghastly. But women need to feel like they know what they're doing. They don't want to make idiots of themselves. So by giving a woman knowledge about how to train, that empowers her. And, once she has this knowledge, just the whole thing becomes self-perpetuating.
Of course, yeah. And it's interesting what you say about women when the whole change happens at menopause, and basically we're programmed, from puberty to menopause, and when that programming disappears, what happens is that women sometimes feel like they don't know what to do. They go into depression, anxiety. I know that I absolutely did. And it's because we're programmed. So those endorphins in your exercise, that can actually counteract that effect of the hormones as well. So yes, exercise is really important. And also for core strength and for balance and for muscle, supporting the bones, all sorts of things as we get older, as things start to sort of the hormones go down, and that affects our bones and all that thing. So yeah, it's fantastic. So we have an offer for women who actually watch this interview now. Do you have a website or an email or something that they can contact you on?
Absolutely. They can contact me through my Facebook page, Body Management Systems, or via email, Felicity, ANEALE, @gmail.com. I'd be very happy to offer 2 free personal training sessions. This, I guess, is only going to be for women in Sydney. They can come and see me. I work at Newtown Gym. So their first 2 sessions with me will be free. They won't need to pay the gym as well. I can organise all that because I'm sales manager there as well. So and we can just see how we connect. If we connect, we can talk about further training.
Perfect.
And if not, I'm done.
Wonderful. Okay, so the ladies watching this, you can see that Felicity is pretty damned amazing, right? So, and I just love Felicity, and like me, she's on a mission to actually help women as we age and be the best version of ourselves in every way. And because you think about it, ladies, we've got to design a life. We've still got half a life to live. So what we want to do is build it and design it, okay? And not for anybody else, but for ourselves. Not for your husband, not for your boss, not for society, not for anybody. You find out what you want to do and you go and do it, okay? And don't worry about what anybody else thinks. This is your life. You live it your way. And, we all want to have the best lives that we can, especially as we age. And, we know that we can support you through this. So, Felicity, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And keep up the really great work you're doing.
Thank you so much, Gina. It's been an absolute pleasure.